Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, is about to be issued a death sentence because the problem in his head is inoperable. Of course, Eric Forrester, John McCook, had a similar diagnosis some time ago as well. Will John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, and Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, find a miracle cure? Bridget likes Liam and considers him to be family. Bridget and Finn worked together before to save the life of Eric Forrester, John McCook. Finn and Bridget are brilliant doctors and scientists. Of course, Lee Finnegan, Nomi Matsuda, is there too. Will these doctors be able to find a way to save Liam? Can Bridget and Finn find a cure before it is too late? Liam seems to be in need of a miracle right now. The problem is there is no guarantee that he will get what he needs in time. However, Bridget and Finn are the best way to get it in time. Bridget still considers Liam to be a part of her family and she will do anything she can to help. Of course, Finn wants his stepdaughter's father to be around for him as well. Liam is determined to get out of the hospital in time to go to his daughter's father/daughter dance. Liam has been warned that he cannot take things too fast because he may hurt himself. However, Liam is not going to disappoint his daughter no matter what it costs. Liam doesn't want Kelly Spencer, Sophia Paris McKinley, to be upset if he cannot make it. Liam could always ask Finn to take Kelly to the dance, but he doesn't want Kelly to know that he is sick. Liam will likely leave the hospital against medical advice because his condition is so dire. If Finn and Bridget find the cure they need for Liam, will he be in any shape to receive it after he gets done with the dance? Undoubtedly, to add to the drama, Liam's condition will come down to the wire before fans know if the cure was found. Most likely Liam will collapse at some point and be rushed back to the hospital in very bad shape, and Finn and Bridget work to save him. Will Liam get back to the hospital in time, or will he pass away? Although we haven't heard anything about Scott exiting the show, Liam could pass away. General Hospital fans would love to have him back as Dylan Quatermain. Scott was a fan favorite there years ago, and they have always wanted him back. Could Scott be on his way back to GH, or will Liam live to be with his girls? Keep watching and find out. Los Angeles may be filled with luxury, fashion, and love triangles. But this week it's soaked in the shadow of death. One name is on everyone's lips, Liam Spencer. And the words spoken around him are dire. What began as dizziness and exhaustion spirals into a terrifying diagnosis. And when the doctors say terminal, the Forresters, Spencers, and Logans scramble to do the unthinkable, rewrite fate. But hope may still exist in the form of two unlikely allies, Dr. John Finnegan and Dr. Bridget Forrester. As rivals, ex-lovers, and tension-burdened co-parents prepare for the fight of their lives, the clock ticks down, and Liam may only have weeks left. But is science the only thing that can save him? Or is there something deeper at play? It starts with a nosebleed. Liam's week began like any other, at Forrester Creations, arguing with Steffi about her ongoing loyalty to Finn, while trying to avoid Hope's increasingly desperate eyes. But just as he turned to leave her office, a slow trickle of blood dripped from his nose. He brushed it off. Dehydration maybe, stress more likely. After all, his emotions had been all over the place since Sheila's re-release, and he hadn't been sleeping well. But later that night, Liam collapsed in his bedroom. It was Bill who found him. After not hearing from his son for over 24 hours, the media mogul kicked down the door to Liam's beach house. And what he saw shook even Dollar Bill to his core, his son, unconscious on the floor, barely breathing. Diagnosis: fatal. Finn took the call first. He rushed to University Hospital just as they began initial tests. Bridget, recently returning to LA to assist with new surgical training programs, was paged moments later. What they discovered was horrifying. Liam had a rare, aggressive neurovascular disorder, a degenerative brain condition that was compromising his blood vessels and causing intermittent bleeding and blackouts. A time bomb in his skull. The disease, unnamed to the public but known in the medical community as Cascade Syndrome, was considered untreatable by most professionals. Finn's face turned pale. Bridget whispered the words that would echo like cannon fire. "He has less than a month, maybe 2 if we're lucky." Hope collapsed in Bridget's arms. Bill slammed his fist through a window. And Steffi. She went cold, silent, numb. A ghost of the past, and the weight of guilt. As Liam was wheeled into the ICU, memories of past mistakes haunted everyone in that waiting room. Hope wept as she stared at the man she divorced, the father of her daughter, the only man she's truly ever loved. "I didn't mean for this to happen," she whispered, as if apologizing to the universe itself. Bill, once again seeing a son on the brink of death, launched into action. With all his money and resources, he made calls to specialists across the globe, demanding private jets, emergency consultations, even a customized brain mapping scanner from Sweden. Nothing was too expensive, nothing too extreme. But it was Finn who stopped him. "There may be a way to save Liam, but we need time, and we need Bridget." Steffi's heart clenched. Watching her husband set aside all rivalry to save the life of his wife's ex-lover stirred something in her. Was it admiration or dread? Operation Impossible. Bridget and Finn became an unlikely team overnight. Mapping Liam's brain, analyzing the vascular degeneration, and cross-referencing new gene therapy trials, the two doctors quickly discovered that while traditional methods had failed other patients, an experimental synthetic protein therapy might offer a chance. The problem? The therapy was untested in humans. FDA approvals were years away. The last lab producing the protein had been shut down in Geneva. Bill got back on the phone. Steffi visited Liam daily. She stayed late into the night, whispering words of forgiveness, gratitude, and maybe something more. "You were always the steady one," she told his unconscious form. "I just never told you how much that meant to me." Hope, meanwhile, begged Bridget to try the treatment, even if it meant breaking the law. Bridget hesitated. "If I do this, I could lose my license. I could lose everything." "You'd lose Liam if you don't," Hope replied. And Bridget understood. Because deep down, she remembered the Liam from years ago, kind, selfless, honest. The world would be colder without him. Lines in the sand. Finn and Steffi strain. As Finn poured every ounce of focus into saving Liam, he began to drift from Steffi, emotionally, if not physically. She watched him with new eyes. This was the doctor, not the husband. The savior, not the romantic partner. And she hated how much she admired him for it. But part of her couldn't ignore how their family was unraveling. Kelly had begun asking why Daddy was gone so much. Why Mommy was always crying. And the worst question, is Mr. Liam going to die? Steffi snapped at her daughter once, and immediately broke down in guilt. Meanwhile, Finn's late nights with Bridget started turning into early mornings. Hope noticed, so did Steffi. And so did Sheila, watching from the shadows. Sheila's help and hidden agenda. Sheila appeared at the hospital one morning, flowers in hand and a smug smile. "I heard Liam's dying," she said to Hope, oozing false sympathy. "Such a shame." "You know, sometimes these things happen for a reason." Hope slapped her. But before security could throw her out, Sheila pulled Finn aside. "You know there's another lab still producing cascade inhibitors. In Singapore, I have contacts." Finn refused her help. But later that night, he found a manila envelope slipped under his office door, coordinates, names, and a phone number. He knew what it meant. Sheila had ties to the black market medical community. And if she was offering, it came with strings attached. Would saving Liam mean owing Sheila a favor? Desperation leads to discovery. As Liam's condition worsened, he awoke sporadically, delirious, hallucinating. He mistook Bridget for Hope, called Finn Dad. And once he even whispered, "Tell Steffi." I forgive her. Hope begged Finn and Bridget to begin the unapproved treatment. Against protocol, against logic, they began the first dose that night. Liam flatlined. For 17 seconds, he was dead. Then, his vitals returned. A miracle, a fluke, or the start of something real? They continued the therapy. Bill's bargain with the devil. Meanwhile, Bill traced the black market source back to Singapore and confirmed Sheila's involvement. When he confronted her, she offered a deal. Help her reconnect with Finn and Hayes. And she would personally ensure Liam received every last vial of the protein needed to complete the therapy. Bill refused, but after learning Liam's next seizure could be his last, Bill reconsidered. He met Sheila in secret. And when he returned to the hospital the next day, 2 refrigerated cases arrived with him. Inside, more vials. The treatment was back on, but at what cost? A twist in the blood. Just as Liam showed signs of stabilization, Bridget made a shocking discovery in his genetic profile, an anomaly never seen before in any other patient with Cascade syndrome. Liam's blood held a dormant gene that had activated under the stress of the disease. It was fighting the degeneration on its own. Bridget theorized that Liam's body wasn't dying, it was transforming. What if Liam wasn't terminal anymore? What if he was evolving? Finn ran tests. They were inconclusive, but the implications were terrifying. If Liam survived, he might not be the same. New personality shifts, neurological rewiring, emotional realignment. Would the man who woke up still be Liam? Love's last words? One quiet night, as the city lights flickered outside the hospital window, Liam opened his eyes. For the first time in days, he was lucid. He asked for hope. I need to say goodbye, he told her. She rushed in, tears streaming, clutching his hand. But Liam looked at her with calm clarity. You don't need to wait for me, Hope. You deserve more, and better. I'll always love you, but this might be it. Hope sobbed, but said nothing. Her heart broke. Not just for Liam, but for herself. Across the hospital, Bridget and Finn stared at a monitor. A new scan had just completed. And what they saw made Bridget gasp. Oh my God. Cliffhanger. Life, death, or something in between. Finn burst into Liam's room. You're stable, he said breathlessly. The latest scans show reversal in the degeneration. The treatment, combined with your unique genes, it's working. Hope's hand flew to her mouth. Liam blinked slowly. You mean, I'm going to live? Finn smiled. But Bridget's voice came in from behind, uncertain. Not exactly, you'll live, but something is changing. We don't know what yet. Bill stepped in behind them, eyes fierce. Then keep watching. Keep testing. Do whatever it takes. But no one noticed Shayla watching from the hallway, a wicked smile creeping onto her lips. Her favor had been accepted. And now, she was ready to collect. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAVUTKVUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.